Hey, help support the show by joining the Patreon or becoming a YouTube member. Also, hit that like button to subscribe if you want more Cavs-focused content. The Cavs are back to streaking again. Look, I'm not going to act like this is a win that proves anything or a win that's surprising in any manner. They beat the Washington Wizards. The Washington Wizards are a disaster of a basketball team right now. They're 2-17. They're 1-9 on the road, and God bless you if you're the one team that lost to the Wizards on the road. I mean, at home this year. The Cavs are 19-3 and they're 12-1 at home. I mean, this game was pretty much over at tip-off. The Wizards are a bad team. I think they had one player positive in their plus minus, and that was Corey Kispert with 9 minutes, 1 of 4 from the field. That was their one player that was positive in plus minus. Everybody else was deep in the red here. Like, look at their starting five. This is crazy. Alex Sarr, minus 19. Jonas Valanciunas, shout out to him, still in the league, minus 13. Malcolm Brogdon, the most forgotten about rookie of the year of all time, minus 13. Jordan Poole, minus 25, which led the team. And then I don't even know how to say number zero's name, but minus 23 here. And Anthony Gill, minus 11. Marvin Bagley III apparently plays for the Washington Wizards. Found that one out. Minus 8 in 2 minutes. I don't know how you get minus 8 in 2 minutes, but homie got minus 8 in 2 minutes. My goodness, Marvin Bagley. We gotta start talking about it. Is he like Anthony? Is he like Anthony Bennett level bust at this point? Like, this is crazy. 2 minutes and he got minus 8. How? How did you get minus 8 in 2 minutes? How did a point deficit of 8 points occur in 2 minutes while you were on the floor? And I have to assume it was garbage time, right? Rashawn Holmes, Kayshawn Jordan, like the Wizards aren't good. This video isn't going to be exclusively about how the Cavs beat the Wizards. It wasn't. The Cavs didn't even play that good in this game, right? You got 19 out of Donovan Mitchell. You got 12 out of Darius Garland. Evan Mobley was hooping a little bit, right? Plus 23, 19 points, 6 of 12 from the field, and 10 rebounds. So pretty much a 20-point double-double from him. You got a good game from George Niang, who's been playing well recently. Look, Tristan Thompson got 6 points in this one and was plus 4. That just tells you everything you need to know about what this was. Karis LeVert, 10 points. Sam Merrill, 14 points. You know, the Cavs cruised to this one. They were on cruise control. They cruised to this one. The story about this game and the story about the Wizards and the Cavaliers that I think people care about is not the result of this game. It's not the impact of winning this game because the Cavs are out the in-season tournament because they lost both those games to Atlanta. No, the impact of this game or the impact of these two organizations interacting is, one, it is obvious the Washington Wizards are sellers. They are not going to be buyers at the trade deadline. And the Washington Wizards have a player that's been linked to the Cleveland Cavaliers in Kyle Kuzma. Now, Kyle Kuzma did not play in this game, but Kyle Kuzma is a small forward. He's about 6'9". He's a three-point shooter. A lot of y'all know who Kyle Kuzma is, right? Y'all got opinions about Kyle Kuzma based on things that really have nothing to do with basketball, but, you know, impact how you feel about Kyle Kuzma. I bet when I told you, or when you found out that Kyle Kuzma and the Cavs are linked and that the Cavs might potentially trade for Kyle Kuzma, you had a strong reaction one way or the other, right? Because Kyle Kuzma is one of them players in the NBA that brings out the strong reaction, right? He's been out here in the peanut show with Jordan Poole the last couple of years, which has made him look extra unserious. He's also, he took those tunnel fits to their logical conclusion, like just over the top over the last few years. I understand that he's retired the tunnel fits, but yeah, that did not help the perception of Kyle Kuzma at all. On top of being on this unserious Wizards team, which, by the way, the Wizards seem to be a factory for unseriousness. Like, they're one franchise that couldn't make the playoffs and win 50 games with Michael Jordan. But anyways, enough of me ragging on the Wizards. Kyle Kuzma is linked to the Cavs. A lot of people think this is something that could likely happen, should likely happen. Let's talk about it, right? Because what Kyle Kuzma brings to the Cavs is 3-point shooting ability, length at 6'9". He's a true wing, right? Like this would basically, I think how Kyle Kuzma would operate is he would basically be what Dean Wade is in the starting lineup, but he actually shoots the ball. And he's somebody who's a good help defender, which the Cavs do need, like a long, good help defender. He's just not a good on-ball defender, right? Like that's been the problem with Kyle Kuzma. He's not going to go square up with Jason Tatum and shut that down. But he's a solid help defender. He's a good three-point shooter. Now, a lot of people have concerns about his usage, right? How do you fit somebody who has such a high usage next to Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell? I think the answer to that is simple. He won't have high usage, right? I know he averages about 15 points right now for the Wizards, but that's probably because he has to average 15 points for the Wizards, because who else is shooting the damn ball? Who else is going to touch the ball? Right now, the Wizards are trying to use Kyle Kuzma like a point forward. He's not good at that. That's a bad role for him. Where he was at his most successful with the Los Angeles Lakers, where people were trying to include him into the big three of that team that won the championship that year. And remember, he's been on a championship team. It was in the pandemic, but he was on a championship team. What he was the most useful at is just being a third option, right? A third or fourth option. That's exactly what he'd be with the Cavs, right? Evan Mobley's going to get play over him, usage over him. Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, they're going to get usage over him, but he'll be that guy, the fourth option. And being a fourth option in the Cavs offense, not that big of a problem because the Cavs pass the ball so efficiently and so well, especially, and they take advantage of the gravity that their two guards create, that I think you're going to see a lot of open shots for Kyle Kuzma. Offensively, I think that can work, right, with Kyle Kuzma in the lineup. If you trade for him. The question is, what is the price tag and what is the sacrifice defensively? And does that justify making that move for Kyle Kuzma? If the price tag is like 2 first-round picks, I don't know. Yeah, those first-round picks have to come with significant terms and protections, right? So I mean, right now the Cavs don't really even have first round picks that they can trade that are anytime soon. So if they did trade 2 first round picks, they would have to give up 2030 and then maybe 2032. I don't even know if you can go that far back, right? Like I think you can only go like 8 years or something like that. I know in the NFL it's 3 years that you can actively move a pick. But a lot of the Cavs first round picks are locked up in those pick swaps with the Utah Jazz, or they have those alternating first round picks because you can't trade like your first round picks in back-to-back years or so consecutive years because of Ted Steffian. So the Cavs, like if the price is 2 first round picks, I don't see them doing that, but I don't really see anybody doing 2 first round picks for Kyle Kuzma. The price has to be reasonable. Let's see what a projected Kyle Kuzma trade looks like. Like what on the King James Gospel, they have the Cavs getting Patrick Baldwin Jr. and Kyle Kuzma for Isaac Okoro, Jalen Tyson, and George Niang. I don't know if I want to give up Isaac Okoro to get Kyle Kuzma. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Isaac Okoro's our best on-ball defender. Like, he's really critical, especially when you're thinking that your big competition is going to be the Celtics. Like, Kyle Kuzma's not going to do what Isaac Okoro can do to either Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum. I'm not giving up Isaac Okoro to get Kyle Kuzma. Like George Niang, maybe Jalen Tyson, sure, but I'm not a big fan of like that projected trade. Yeah, apparently also like Cavs fans got smoked for Kyle Kuzma because he said something about Cleveland one time. I don't really remember that. I think he was going at a heckler or something like that. Like I don't remember him like I don't think it was a Joakim Noah situation where he just like absolutely roasted the city of Cleveland. But you know, that's another thing to factor in. Like, is Kyle Kuzma a culture fit for what the Cavs are right now? Like, does he fit culturally to what you're building? I think that matters. Like, I think a lot of people like to ignore that, but that matters. Like, does he fit with the culture of the locker room? I don't know if that answer is yes with him. And then if the price is right. I don't know. If I'm trading Isaac Okoro, I want to get back in a wing defender, somebody who's a lockdown defender as well, or at least a close to lockdown defender, or somebody who can add something the Cavs don't have defensively. Kyle Kuzma, I think we would get worse defensively, and I think right now, if you're the Cavs, you need to be careful about things that are making you worse defensively in the pursuit of better offense, because your offense is already top 3. What this team has struggled with more often than not is not being able to score the basketball. To me, it's been the defense has been kind of slipping for this Cavs team, right? Like, yeah, we're relying a lot on Evan Mobley and Jared Allen to funnel all of these plays here, but our perimeter defense, our help defense, which Kyle Kuzma's decent at help defense, but our defense just isn't what we want it to be at, right? Like, I want that to get better. I don't know if I would be willing to sacrifice your best defensive piece for another offensive piece. It's going to make you good. But, like, couldn't you get that same impact from, having a wing out there that can stretch the floor a little bit and then a good help defender from, like, Max Strus coming back from injury? You feel me? Like, that's where Kyle Kuzma makes less sense. The price you would have to pay for him and the sacrifices you have to make to bring him in just don't add enough value to me, because what you're just adding another good 3-point shooter. And getting Max Strus back, I think, accomplishes those same goals. And yeah, Kyle Kuzma has length, but he's not a good defender on ball. So, like, that doesn't help the Cavs with their problems, because the length only bothers them because they don't have enough on-ball defenders with length. You feel me? Like, that's the problem. Like, Dean Wade can do the on-ball defending and the help defense part that Kyle Kuzma could do. Like, the more I think about it, the less I like it. But we'll see. We'll see. Like, maybe if the price is right, if it makes a ton of sense, if you only got to send out like George Niang, okay, yeah, then let's do it, right? But we'll see what the Cavs want to do there. I would prefer somebody like DeAndre Hunter. I don't even know if he's going to be available, but that seems like something the Cavs need a lot more than like a Kyle Kuzma. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Y'all have a great day. Have a better night. Peace.